It wouldn't be Christmas without a bright, shining star. And here's one who's welcome to pull my cracker anytime she likes. Please welcome Julie Walters! Inadequate now, and seeing you brought on by all those.
Don't be silly. Goodness, you don't need to feel inadequate at all, not from what I have heard.
No.
Oh, they're all gossiping back there, but anyway, just gossip.
What a year, though, what a year. I mean, the book's out, doing incredibly well. That's another story. Julie Walters, right at the top of the charts.
I know.
Surprised?
I'm absolutely... Yes, I am, actually. I'm really thrilled.
Well, it's cracking books.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Cracking. Did you hear that, everybody? Cracking.
Cracking book. But also, not just that, but Mamma Mia, the fastest-selling DVD ever. You've beaten Titanic.
I know. It's weird, because... I know it's fantastic. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's anything to do with me, but I mean, it was selling 15 per second on the first day. It's unbelievable. You know, going out of the... I mean, it was unbelievable. It is a phenomenon, isn't it?
What were you like when you got the call to do it? What did they say?
Well, my agent rang up and said, would you like to play Meryl Streep's friend in... I said, yes! I didn't wait to see what it was. Oh, Meryl Streep's friend. I mean, because although she's kind of more or less my age, I feel like I've grown up watching her, you know, and I thought, oh, what the chance of it. And then they said it was Mamma Mia, and I thought, oh, yeah. So I was offered it, you know, which was brilliant. I didn't have to audition or anything, so it was fantastic. We all thought it would be a success because of some sort, no matter what we made of the film, because the musical was so fantastic, and that was so successful all over the world. So we thought it's going to be some sort of fit, but nothing like this. I can't tell you how many people come up to me in the street and say, oh, you know, I saw it last... I've seen it 16 times, and I knew that it might be a bit exposing to dance down a wedding table, but it was the most scariest thing ever in my career, I think, doing that
but
on
you
that
did
day.
Stepping Out with Liza Minnelli. You
that
did
was
all
fairly
dancing.
scary.
Billy Elliot was fairly scary then, presumably.
This wasn't difficult in that way, because we had really great choreographers, and it was really good fun, and we were all learning the dances together, but that on the table, because it was on my own. And when we came to rehearse, the choreographer said, well, you know, there was just a table, just an empty... There was nobody there except the choreographer, me and Stellan, my love interest. He was at the other end. He said, well, you just sort of, you know, mince down the table. And I said, well, yeah, but what are the steps? And he said, no, you just make something up. I said, OK, well, I'll make something up. That'll be fine. So I never rehearsed then. I thought, well, I'll just... Of course, come the day, I was so scared about it because there's Meryl Streep, there's Pierce Brosnan, Colin Firth, and about 100 brilliant dancers all down the table and all standing around, and I had to get up and do stuff. I was in the dressing room before, you know, do... It was a nightmare. Then I had the most massive coughing fit afterwards, and I think my lungs were going to collapse and fear, you know. But then it was all at once, they were really supportive, but it was scary.
But are people surprised when you go out in the street and find that you're writing this sylph, slender-like thing? Because you do put padding on for these roles, don't you? I mean, you did for Mrs Weasley, I know you...
No. No, yes. I did for Mrs Weasley. Yes, Mrs Weasley has got padding. And originally, you know, she has the mammoth bosoms, and they were padded with birdseed. And to give them some kind of movement, so they sort of sounded like you were walking through polystyrene every time you moved. They sort of crunched. But if you see, we were shooting in King's Cross, and it was very scary with the pigeons. Yeah. And then when they brought the owls in, I said, no, I'm sorry. Can you imagine? It'd be like a sort of magical version of the birds. So I didn't have that, but then I had padding for that, and I had a false bottom for that.
Well, that's what I saw.
For Mamma Mia.
You know, I saw you come on. I knew it wasn't all you, but I mean, I didn't want to be rude, you know. I mean,
I was most put out. We went for the costumes fitting. Anne Roth, who's amazing. I mean, she's been in the business like 50 years. She said, take your bottoms off. I said, I've never been spoken to like this. She said, take off your bottoms. So I took them. She said, turn around. She said, yeah, flat. And then produced this thing that you looked like you were going to park your bike in it. It was a very sort of surgical pink sort of knickers. I wanted to make a bonfire at the end in Greece and burn them on the beach. I was very worried when I fell in the water. Otherwise I'd never go down, you know, in this bottom. Or it would fill with water, you know.
You'll become, as they say, a national treasure. Or a national institution. Either that or you should be in a national institution.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
But Calendar Girls I did enjoy. A wonderful role there, very moving role.
It was a lot of camaraderie on it.
Well, I loved the calendar, and I felt I really ought to say thank you for giving me so much pleasure with the calendar by giving you one of my own. I've had it specially made for you, Julie.
Are you naked?
So this is a calendar from me to you. And there's an even better one inside, look. So this is from me. A very Merry Christmas and my thanks to Julie Walters, treasured me.